Aiming to become the first side to win the 4th and 3rd Division titles in successive seasons, Lou Macari's men needed to beat Bolton on Tuesday to go 3rd in the table. Gerald Sinstadt watched them.
Well, that looked more likely to be offside than the previous one when the flag went up. This time it stays down. Bamber's cross, and that's the opening goal of the game. Steve White puts Swindon 1-0 in front. Must be a suspicion of offside as the ball was played over to the right for Bamber, but from there on it was all correct. Low cross, turned in by White. King. This time they asked for offside and it's not given. This is Quinn. Two men supporting him, and it's out for a goal kick. Bamber made contact. Linesman is signalling. The referee agrees. Handball penalty. And it was Mark Kane's hand that made contact. Mark Jones looking to make it 2-0 for Swindon, and does. Not sure that he does. There was some encroachment. Can Jones keep his nerve? Well, he won't score a luckier penalty than that.
To be quite honest, I expected to be down nearer the bottom before the season started. As teams that get promoted tend to struggle a little bit in the 3rd Division, and it's come as a pleasant surprise to me.
What's made the difference then?
I think one of the secrets of our team is no different to like Wimbledon. We've got players who can run, we've got players who can work hard for one another, and that is our strength. The same as I think is a great strength at Wimbledon. Regardless of what people say, I love watching them.
Now against Bolton, your backmen knocked the ball over the top quite often, and it paid off for you.
Well, again, that's one of our strengths up front, that the two lads up front are willing runners, and if we started playing the ball into their feet, it would be like a circus act. They couldn't control it, and we'd probably go nowhere very quickly. A bit like Wimbledon. They play it over the top to big Fashanu. We play it over the top to our front two, who are suited to that type of ball.
And yet, when you like to vary it, you've got Jones and Kamara in the middle who can actually play a bit.
Well, they can play, but the strength of our team is like grinding the opposition down, because we've got them fit. They've accepted that fitness is a major part of football nowadays. In my opinion, possibly the main part. And they've worked hard at it, and there's no team will run them off their feet at over 90 minutes. And
you've done it without spending a lot of money?
We haven't got a lot of money in the 3rd Division. I mean, we're sitting here with about 2 sandwiches between 5 of us, 2 Coca-Colas.
2 years ago, the manager's office at Swindon would have been the last place you'd have expected to find Lou Macari today. A clash of personalities with his assistant Harry Gregg led to both men being sacked. But after 5 days, Macari was back and wiser.
People have said, well, that must have made you all the more determined to come back and win something. I didn't actually think of that at the time, but as time wore on and we're getting nearer the championship in the 4th Division, obviously I was delighted, and I think it's in my nature that I want to win. I think it's in my nature that I want to prove people wrong. Not that there's any proving wrong I had to do, just there was a little bit of hanky-panky going on at the time that really as manager I should have stamped my authority on and done something about it. But I was new at the game and I didn't, and really I suffered for 5 days. But when I did come back, everything went from strength to strength. And it's all turned out, well, really, as you said, it's turned out an amazing story.
Yes, 7 wins in a row, in fact, now for Lou Macari and his men.